I am so excited to join you today. I'm impressed because I left school at the age of 16 to play tennis full-time. So I never went to college, but I did graduate recently. I graduated from tennis. Today, I want to share a few lessons I've relied on through this transition. Let's call them tennis lessons. Here's the first. Effortless is a myth. I say that as someone who has heard that word a lot. Effortless. People would say my play was effortless. Most of the time they meant it as a compliment, but it used to frustrate me when they would say, he barely broke a sweat, or is he even trying? The truth is I had to work very hard to make it look easy. I spent years whining, throwing my rackets before I learned to keep my cool. The wake-up call came early in my career when an opponent at the Italian Open publicly questioned my mental discipline. He said, "Roger will be the favorite for the first 2 hours, then I'll be the favorite after that." I was puzzled at first, but eventually I realized what he was trying to say. Everybody can play well for the first 2 hours. You're fit, fast, clear, and after 2 hours your legs get wobbly, your mind starts wandering, and your discipline starts to fade. It made me understand that I have so much work ahead of me. So I started to train a lot harder. But then I realized winning effortlessly is the ultimate achievement. I got that reputation because my warm-ups at tournaments were so casual, but I had been working hard before the tournament when nobody was watching. Hopefully, like me, you learn that effortless is a myth. I didn't get where I got on pure talent alone. I got there by trying to outwork my opponents. I believed in myself, but belief in yourself has to be earned. There was a moment in 2003 when my self-belief really kicked in. I was at the ATP Finals, where only the best 8 players qualify, and I beat some of the top players I really admired by aiming right at their strength. Before, I would run away from their strengths. If a guy had a strong forehand, I would try to hit his backhand. But now, I try to go after his forehand. Why? To amplify my game and expand my options. So if one of them breaks down, you've got something left. And those are the victories we can be most proud of, because they prove that you can win, not just when you're at your best, but especially when you aren't. Yes, talent matters. I'm not going to tell you it doesn't. But talent has a broad definition. Most of the time, it's not about having a gift. It's about having grit. In tennis, like in life, discipline is also a talent, and so is patience. Trusting yourself, embracing the process, managing your life and yourself, these can be talents too. Some people are born with them. Everybody has to work at them. Okay, second lesson. It's only a point. You can work harder than you thought possible and still lose. Tennis is brutal. One player gets a trophy, every other player gets back on a plane. I tried not to lose, but I did lose, sometimes big. For me, one of the biggest was the finals at Wimbledon in 2008. Me versus Nadal. Some call it the greatest match of all time. I lost my #1 ranking and suddenly people said, "Is this the changing of the guard?" But I knew what I had to do. Keep working and keep competing. In tennis, perfection is impossible. In the 1,526 singles matches I played in my career, I won almost 80% of those matches. What percentage of points do you think I won in those matches? Only 54%. In other words, even top-ranked tennis players win barely more than half of the points they play. When you lose every second point on average, you learn not to dwell on every shot. You teach yourself to think, okay, it's only a point. This mindset is really crucial because it frees you to fully commit to the next point and the next point after that with intensity, clarity, and focus. The truth is, whatever game you play in life, sometimes you're going to lose a point, a match, a season, a job. It's a roller coaster with many ups and downs, and it's natural when you're down to doubt yourself and to feel sorry for yourself. And by the way, your opponents have self-doubt too. Don't ever forget that. You accept it, cry it out if you need to, and then force a smile. You move on, be relentless, adapt, and grow. Work harder, work smarter. So here's the third one. Life is bigger than the court. A tennis court is a small space, 2,106 square feet to be exact. I worked a lot, learned a lot, and ran a lot of miles in that small space. But the world is a lot bigger than that. Even when I was just starting out, I knew that tennis could show me the world, but tennis could never be the world. Even when I was in the top 5, it was important to me to have a rewarding life full of travel, culture, friendships, and especially family. I never abandoned my roots. I never forgot where I came from, but I also never lost my appetite to see the world. I left home at 14 to go to school in the French part of Switzerland for 2 years, and I was horribly homesick at first, but I learned to love a life on the move. Maybe these are the reasons I never burned out. I was excited to travel the world, but not just as a tourist. I realized pretty early that I wanted to serve other people in other countries. Motivated by my South African mother, I started a foundation to empower children through education. In sub-Saharan Africa, 75% of children do not have access to preschool. Think about that, 75%. Like all children, they need a good start if they're going to fulfill their potential. And so far, we've helped nearly 3 million children get a quality education and helped train more than 55,000 teachers. It's been an honor to help tackle this challenge. It's a wonderful feeling to visit these incredible rural places and to find classrooms full of children who are learning and reading and playing like children everywhere should be allowed to do. I can't believe we've just celebrated 20 years of this work, especially because I started the foundation before I thought I was ready. I was 22 at the time. Like many of you are today, I was not ready for anything other than tennis. But sometimes, you've got to take a chance and then figure it out. Philanthropy can mean a lot of things. It can mean starting a nonprofit or donating money, but it can also mean contributing your ideas, your time, and your energy to a mission that is larger than yourself. All of you have so much to give, and I hope you will find your own unique ways to make a difference, because life really is much bigger than the court. Tennis, like life, is a team sport. Yes, you stand alone on your side of the net, but your success depends on your team, your coaches, your teammates, even your rivals. All these influences help to make you who you are. These personal relationships matter the most. I learned this way of thinking from the best, my parents. Graduates, I know your parents, your families, they made the sacrifices to get you here, and they have shared your triumphs and your struggles. They will always be in your corner, and not only them. As you head out into the world, don't forget, you get to bring all of this with you. This culture, this energy, these people. So there are your tennis lessons for the day. Effortless is a myth, as we heard. It's only a point. Life is bigger than the court. Whatever game you choose, give it your best. Go for your shots, play free, try everything, And most of all, be kind to one another and have fun out there. Congratulations again, class of 2024.